All right, here we go, day C. Now, day C, we have 14 singles of our strength movement, so this is gonna be a while. So even if you're taking minute rest minimum, it's still gonna be 15 minutes of working on our strength movement. So 10 plus 15, 25 minus 10, we're only about maybe half an hour to get the rest of our strength stuff done. And we're gonna get through what we can. We'll have more time next week. The first block we're gonna have is a giant superset for arms. So we're gonna do face pull, bicep curl, tricep extension, and abs. Now, when you do the face pulls, we're going to do the yellow straps. Your hands are gonna be through the straps, but you have no fingers. Super important, no fingers, because I don't want you compensating. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna super slow pull my thumbs past my ears. The thumbs touch the pretend wall first, not my elbows. So it's all about where the hands go past my face. All right? So I'm gonna have this nice, good, slow pace. See this, right? I'm not yanking on it for 12. Now, I'm gonna take a prowler bar, put this guy right in the center, and now I'm going to bicep curls to my face. Okay? By 12, super slow. Then I'm going to tricep extension. I'm gonna put my hands, heels into the hand, elbows into ribs, pinkies past hips. Again, pause, 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 pause by 12. And then the last thing, I'm gonna do a chop with my shoulder, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my shoulder into the handle, okay? So my hips are facing away, and I rotate and crunch. Rotate and crunch. Rotate and crunch. So I'm kind of making this X, I'm hugging, and then I'm putting that band on my shoulder, and I'm pushing the shoulder over my hip. So the goal is to get this shoulder to this hip in this big diagonal pattern. Good. I'm gonna try not to let my hips move. If my belt buckle moves, then I'm not using my abs. The idea is to keep the abs crunching with the hip not moving. All right, so I'm gonna do 12. Same thing. Now I'm gonna hug and 12. Okay, so the goal is to do face pull, bicep, tricep, ab, rest. And then repeat. Face pull, bicep, tricep, ab, rest. Good? So this is definitely, this is just a good, like, arm pump, shoulders, flexing on them session. If this is at home and you do not have a cable, what's the goal? The goal is shoulder health, biceps, triceps, and abs. So you can do the same thing if you have two little weights, whatever it is. You can do the face pull action in a bent over row. So you can do bent over row, and then you can face pull with your little weights. So say they're like 2 cans or pound dumbbells, whatever it is, and you just pull your hands past. Okay, and then biceps, to whatever bicep curl you want with whatever thing you have, bicep, and then whatever tricep thing you have, you can either band, kick back, band overhead. Just think, am I working the backside of my arms for my triceps? And then abs, if you don't have a cable, you have a band, you can use a band to rotate. If not, you can just do a rotating sit-up across your body, laying on the ground for that same pattern there. So that's one block. And then the other block that we're gonna alternate flip-flop with, like the other day, is gonna be lower body. We have 2 exercises, 3 exercises. So we have a waiter's hold thruster. So I'm in a rack position. I go squat, press, rack. Squat, press, rack. 12, and then 12. I'm gonna get those shoulders going, double orange band. Someday. Crisscross, bend over row, thumbs up, and I'm gonna make my Y. Just getting those shoulder blades flexing Back of those shoulders moving. Okay. It's 12 and 12 and 12. And then the last exercise is a deficit rear lunge, 12 and 12. So step on a plates plural, right? And then we're a lunge to a deficit, 12. If you have a tendency to be concerned about your balance more than you are about your leg strength, use a little guide to help give you some confidence in your strength and your balance, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Load it to where it's hard by 12, right? So if you do your 12th rep and you feel like you could do a 13th rep, you don't have enough weight. That's it, okay? Now, doing these at home. So you can do a thruster with anything, right? You can grab any load in your right hand, squat, press, and then the Ys, you can just do bent over row. You can just do Ys, you don't have to have a band, right? You can get the same pattern. And then a rear lunge off of anything, any blocks, curbs, benches. If you have small humans, just step on them, right? Kidding, you have humans, be nice to them. And that's about it. Same thing with the rep range, right? We're talking 12s almost everything. So both days are 12 reps of everything. We want to get as close to that as possible, but make that challenging. But if the implement or the variation of exercise means that that is harder or lighter, that's fine. Just make sure that it's hard. So the last rep at minimum should be almost impossible. That's the whole goal. So if you get to 18, 19, can't do 20, then that's just a good rep range for you. If you want to load it to get closer to 12, then great. If it's so hard that you can't do more than 8, then that's fine as long as that is in that window of challenging for you. And note that so that when you repeat it, you've kind of got something as a goal mark to always, what do you say? Repeat or beat from the last session that you had, right? 14 singles, bunch of arms and abs, and some good leg movements and some good posture movement, shoulder movement there with day C.